My name is Robb Armstrong. I write and draw a comic strip called Jumpstart. I've been doing Jumpstart for 30 years. Jumpstart is the most widely syndicated comic strip, as a matter of fact, by an African American in history. I've been inspired since the age of 3 by Cartoonist and what they do. I've always loved Peanuts. I like the simplicity of Peanuts. And I could draw Charlie Brown when I was a kid. And my mom would look at it and go, that looks like Charlie Brown. I was like, it is, you know. It wasn't. It wasn't. But you could tell what I was trying to do. And I love that. I love that Charles Schulz had created something that a child could fall in love with. I took a painting class at what was called the Philadelphia College of Art, and I was the only child in the class. Everybody else was college students, and I was 10 years old, but that changed my life. Like, just to feel that, to be around real paint, to be around easels and brushes, and I stopped feeling like a little kid who was interested in art. I began to feel like an artist, and I was really fortunate that that first art class happened. And then right after that, when I was 12, my mother enrolled me into a very good private school called Shipley. I was one of the few African-American kids at Shipley at the time. And back then, I didn't know what my mom was even thinking. Like, what are you doing? Like, why am I out here? I'm a black kid. Like, what are you doing? But changed my life. By the time I had gotten to Shipley at 12, I was a copier. I could copy things. I could watch TV and like draw stuff, Flintstones, you know, stuff I'd seen on television. I could draw, which impressed my friends, did not impress my art teacher. She didn't care how well I could draw Superman or the Hulk or something. She could tell I had taken art classes, but she said, you're unoriginal, and the artist is not here to copy what some other artist has already done. Think of something brand new. Try to bring something to this world that no one's ever seen. I went from Shipley to Syracuse University, and I did a comic strip all 4 years I was at Syracuse. It ran in the Daily Orange every day. Amazing preparation to do Jumpstart. Hector became the longest running collegiate strip in that school's history, and it gave me the practice of doing a strip every day. And it exposed me to people critiquing my work every day. My workspace, I don't talk about the space you're looking at on my original work, is in this bin, in that bin. My rough sketches are in this bin under here. My trash can is down there. All my tools are over here. I don't use that many tools. I work in my garage, and I like to keep things very, very simple down here. I do all my character renderings with a Papermate flare. There's detail work that needs to be done in Jumpstart, and I use Staedtler fine liner pens for that. I still use whiteout tape. I love the materials because I fell in love with my materials when I was a child. There was something about picking up a marker and just drawing with it. And to this day, I don't use pencils. I don't start with like a pencil sketch and then erase it. You know, you do, you make one tiny mark, oops, you know. Like every mark I make is permanent. My rough sketches look like this. It's directly from pen to paper. The rough sketch translates to a finished sketch with hopefully that same vitality. What I love most about my work is that I get to express myself. I see people with jobs, they kind of like don't want to be there, or they don't want to do it all the time. They like when Friday comes. They go, wow, it's Friday. Tomorrow I won't be doing this. You know, they just love Friday. I don't know what day it is. I never knew. I know my deadlines. On Wednesdays, my strip has to be sent off. I know that. But I don't look forward to not doing it. I know people with jobs they don't like, and I don't blame someone doing something and, you know, not liking it. I'm just saying, I love what I do. To become a successful cartoonist is a lot like becoming a success at anything. You have to be well educated to do it. I had to learn lots of other subjects and take them seriously in order to become a success doing this. These are the main characters in Jumpstart. This is Joe. Joe's actually a police officer. Marcy is his wife, and they have 4 kids. There's a dog now called Mortimer. But they're surrounded by lots of different characters. There's an orthodontist in my strip. There's a fireman. There's a guy who plays in the NFL. My characters all come from me, but I can't express these other characters' lives unless I know about them, unless I learn about being a fireman. I learn about being an orthodontist. So I have to learn about these things so that when I write about these characters, when I have them present themselves in Jumpstart, they have to seem real. And a well-rounded education affords me that. So you need to know that this thing you're learning is not a waste of your time. That thing you're learning is not a waste of your time. Learn math. You'll use it, especially if you succeed in life. You're gonna need that. I love cool jobs. I love doing this video. The best thing about cool jobs is I happen to have one. Be good, you guys, and stay safe.